مثل الفرق بين هذا الهاتف وبين هذا الهاتف. هذا ما سوف نعمله داخل نيويورك.
Imagine a city stretching across the desert for 170 kilometers with a height rivaling the One World Trade Center, housing 10 million people. And that too, without a single car in sight. It may sound too hard to believe, but this is the line. Saudi Arabia's $1.5 trillion dream project that could alter the way we see things. Yet behind the futuristic promises lies a massive question. Is it even possible to pull this off? Or are we witnessing the world's most expensive urban experiment destined to fail? With mind-blowing challenges ahead, is the line truly the city of tomorrow, or a blueprint for disaster? Let's find out.
Neon.
Neon. Massive size, 170 kilometers.
No cars, no roads.
Please make sure to support our channel by clicking the like button and following us so you won't miss any updates on the latest mega projects. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's Vision 2030 initiative is quite ambitious, to say the very least. It aims to reduce Saudi Arabia's reliance on oil while also making it a global hub for innovation, tourism, and sustainability. The NEOM project hosts a bunch of endeavors, but the line is definitely the centerpiece of this vision. This futuristic city would revolutionize urban life if it comes to fruition. Designed as a linear city, it's planned to be 170 kilometers with no cars, no roads, and no traditional pollution. And this entire space is planned to run entirely on renewable energy, with artificial intelligence being used for its daily operations and maintenance. The sheer length of the project makes you wonder about how it could possibly be pulled off. Along with creating a city capable of housing around 10 million residents, the project also seeks to incorporate technologies that are still in their infant stages. It aims to introduce floating architecture, autonomous transportation, vertical farming, and seamless AI integration across all aspects of life. If you've seen Interstellar, then you can imagine it being something like the city you see near the end. If successful, this project could become the blueprint for future cities across the world. Initially, the official cost estimate for NEOM was $500 billion. Sounds hefty, right? Well, it turns out that number might have been a little optimistic. Today, some experts are throwing around estimates of up to 1.5 trillion. Yes, trillion with a T. To put that in perspective, that's like building an entire country, or a small moon base. In the past 8 years, the kingdom has poured around $1.3 trillion into Vision 2030 projects, with a huge portion of that reserved just for NEOM. It's no wonder a few people in the Saudi government are raising eyebrows. So why the high costs? Building a city in the middle of the desert is no small feat. Just think about the infrastructure. And then there's the struggle to attract foreign investors. Without them, Saudi Arabia's bankrolling most of it. And in case that wasn't enough, the projected population for the city dropped from 9 million to a humbler 300,000. But to fully understand why the line is so expensive and challenging, we need to break down its logistical and engineering hurdles. First and foremost is its scale. At 170 kilometers long and 500 meters tall, this is not just a city, but an enormous continuous megastructure. This would seem like a monumental task in any area, but the location of the line is quite literally in the middle of a desert. Constructing such a structure introduces unprecedented engineering challenges. The materials required, such as steel, glass, and concrete, must all be sourced, transported, and then assembled in an unforgiving environment. The desert is known for its extreme heat and shifting sands, conditions that can seriously impede construction. The foundation must be rock solid to even begin the construction, and then the construction needs to be sturdy enough to handle the heat. To put things into perspective, thermal expansion caused by high temperatures can weaken materials like steel over time, necessitating the use of advanced construction technologies and materials that can withstand such conditions. This leads us to the other concern: logistics. Transporting the massive quantities of materials needed for construction will require a monumental effort. From sourcing to transportation, The sheer cost and time involved are staggering. Not only that, but building across such a vast desert expanse will require novel engineering solutions, particularly to maintain uniformity and stability across the structure's entire length. Given the scale, any mistake could have a domino effect and turn the construction into a major failure. Continuous adjustments may become inevitable during the construction phase. If you thought that was tough, then the cherry on the top is the line's commitment to run on renewable energy. The primary sources being solar, wind, and hydrogen. But powering a city of this size consistently and efficiently using only renewable sources is no small feat. The reliance on solar and wind energy, though promising, presents several challenges. While solar energy is abundant in the desert, fluctuations in energy production, such as cloudy days or windless periods, pose serious risks. This makes it necessary to develop advanced energy storage systems that can maintain a steady supply of energy. And right now, battery technology is simply not at the caliber to store energy on the required scale. Significant advancements will be needed to ensure the system's reliability, and those advancements would add on to the cost. Hydrogen power, another proposed source, is still in the early stages of development. While its potential is vast, building a commercial hydrogen infrastructure that can support a city as large as the line will require cutting-edge technology. This is a particular challenge as hydrogen technology, while promising, has not yet been proven at this scale. Due to the infancy of this technology, it would require massive investments in research and development to actually use hydrogen power to fuel the city. Water, another vital resource, is just as critical in the sustainability equation since deserts aren't exactly known to be full of it. Line plans to rely on desalination and recycling to supply fresh water to the 10 million inhabitants it aims to host. But desalination is heavily dependent on energy, which further ties it into the project's renewable energy challenges. Massive desalination plants will need to be built to provide a sufficient supply of clean water. We talked about how the line plans on using AI-driven infrastructure to actually operate the city. From managing autonomous transportation to optimizing energy usage and public services, AI will oversee nearly every aspect of life here. The vision includes real-time monitoring of millions of sensors that will track everything from water distribution to security systems. But achieving this level of automation brings its own challenges. Building AI systems capable of managing such vast amounts of data in real time is not something we've seen at this scale before. The integration of AI requires massive investments in R&D. And not just that. The AI-driven system would need to be protected from cyber attacks, adding the cost of cybersecurity to this project. Developing, maintaining, and upgrading the AI systems will require continuous investment long after the city is built. If the line succeeds, it could redefine urban living and provide a blueprint for future cities. With its commitment to renewable energy, AI-driven systems, and vertical farming, it could solve pressing issues like climate change, overpopulation, and resource management. It may even inspire a new generation of smart cities designed to reduce environmental impact while enhancing residents' quality of life. However, the risks are substantial. The line will need to overcome the unprecedented technological demands of building a city in the desert, entirely powered by renewable energy. The research and development on the various technologies would further inflate costs and cause delays. Looking at all of these factors, it's clear that the project won't be a walk in the park. Even recent reports suggest that the line may not be built to its original specifications. Instead, a scaled-down version, sometimes referred to as the mini line, is being considered. And the downscaling is a whopping 98% from the original plan, toning the city down to only 2.4 kilometers. This would only be able to house 300,000 residents as opposed to the initial vision of a 170-kilometer city with 10 million people. The decision to downsize is largely driven by costs associated with the project. Saudi Arabia's public investment fund currently holds only about $20 billion for the project. Barely a trickle as compared to the estimated $1.5 trillion required to bring the vision to life. Saudi Arabia hasn't had a great time attracting foreign investors who have numerous concerns over the project's feasibility. There is also precedent for failed mega projects in Saudi Arabia. Previous initiatives like the Jeddah Tower and King Abdullah Economic City have either stagnated or failed to meet their potential. This raises questions about whether the line will meet the same fate. In the scaled-down version, the core vision of a futuristic, AI-powered city will remain, but on a more manageable scale. The focus may shift from solving global urbanization issues to creating a luxury city that caters to a smaller, wealthier population. Even if this is the new plan for the line, it could still serve as a showcase for Saudi Arabia's ambitions in technology and sustainability. It might even attract the investment needed to develop the project to its full scale. In many ways, the line represents the boldest urban project of our time. It has the potential to revolutionize cities and tackle some of the most pressing issues we face today. But the challenges are equally monumental. From massive financial costs to the unprecedented technological advancements needed to make it work, a lot of things must be harmonized to make this project succeed. Only time will tell if Saudi Arabia can turn this ambitious vision into reality, or if it will remain a distant dream. Do you think the line will succeed, or is it simply too ambitious to be feasible? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analyses on the world's biggest projects.